Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. As each day passes, it's just getting worse and worse for Rishi Sunak. It is, of course, we're talking about what we can call, Gamblegate, I suppose. All these people close to the Prime Minister who are now being accused of insider knowledge and running off down to William Hill or Ladbrokes and putting a bet on when the election would be called. And of course, this is wrong if they were involved or knew of the actual date before placing the bet. That's actually a crime. The Gambling Commission are looking into it. People have been arrested, and it's involving a lot of people. And we're going to see why today it's taken a step for the worse. Now, it started with a man called Craig Williams, who is one of Rishi Sunak's personal aides. It then went on and became one of his personal protection officers, a policeman there. And now today it's been revealed, and I'm going to have to check the name, Laura Saunders, who is a Tory candidate and who was involved very closely with Mr. Sunak. She's also now involved in this, I suppose, a scandal. It's becoming a scandal, isn't it? And so indeed is her husband, Tony Lee. So there's increasing numbers of people in orbit around Rishi Sunak who are now falling into this entire investigation. Sunak himself was asked if he could confirm that no cabinet ministers were involved in this, and rather tellingly refused to do so. He was asked several times, are there other people close to you who you know are involved or who you suspect are involved? Answer came there, none. Can you confirm, like I say, is there a minister involved? Answer came there, none. Why so reticent? Why not come out and say, no, I don't know of anyone else? Unless you do know of someone else. And if you are asked about other cabinet ministers, why not come out and say, I'm sure there's no cabinet ministers involved. Unless, of course, you know that there's cabinet ministers involved. And, of course, the thing is, if you say, no, there isn't, then it turns out there is, and it's shown that you knew that, well, then, where do you go from there? And I think that's the problem. He knows that there are, but he can't say it. And it's the Silver Fox rule. If a politician can't say yes, then the answer must be no. It's just there. It's crystal clear that he knows senior people around him that are as yet unnamed are most definitely involved. Now, the policeman, like I say, he's been arrested. Laura Saunders, she's being questioned. Tony Lee, it's only a matter of time he'll be involved. More and more people. They're now looking. They're actually going now to all of the bookmakers. Paddy Power, Ladbrokes, William Hill, online ones, everywhere. And they're looking at every bet placed on the date of the election where the bet was placed either on a specific day or whether the bet was placed that would occur on a specific period which included that day. And they're going to look at every bet that was placed and vet, as it were, who placed those bets. And they're going to look to see if there's any connection between all the people who placed what will be winning bets with a connection to the Tory party, Rishi Sunak, Number 10, the civil service and things like that. Because there's only so many people who would have known, and that they will be able to look for the linkages, the connections. Oh, isn't it funny how the next door neighbour of somebody who works in Number 10 placed that bet on that specific day for that specific time of the election? That will undoubtedly, tie up the connection. This is going to be way, way bigger than, a lot of other things. I think it has the possibility of being bigger than the D-Day farrago, the D-Day fiasco, the D-Day cock-up, call it what you will, because this isn't just bad optics. It isn't just a misunderstanding on how people feel about something. This is crime. This is corruption. This is the very heart of government taking us all for fools and showing a very base criminal element at the very, very top, where they should be clean and pure and whiter than white, but are shown to be greedy, corrupt individuals running this country. And it's all within that orbit, of course, of Rishi Sunak and the cabinet and number 10 and all the decision making. It stinks. It's bad. I can't see a way out. Now, after the D-Day events, Sunak wanted to move on and nobody was letting him move on. And indeed, they're still reminding him to this day. To have this as well, sitting on top of what we can only say are appallingly bad polling results, this is going to be the final crunch, isn't it? Wait till the next poll comes out after this news has broken about all these people close to Rishi, and he's going to go further down the pan. It's like they've hit self-destruct. There's no other way, I think, of explaining it. It's almost as though they've decided that this is what we're going to do. We no longer want to be in government, but we no longer want to even be in politics. And in fact, we've got to the point where we think there shouldn't even be a Tory party anymore. So look, what can we possibly do to utterly destroy everything? Scorch earth the Tories. Well, let's piss on D-Day and then let's just show the criminality of how we are. And let's make sure everybody knows. I'm staggered. I literally am staggered. Now, he hasn't come out either and fired Tony Lee. He hasn't come out and said that Laura Saunders should be deselected. He's keeping his big mouth shut. I think perhaps because he says, he thinks that if he says anything about it, it just highlights the problem. But the fact that he's not coming out and denouncing it, it shows that, what? Is he complicit with it? Is he happy with this? Has he done it himself? Has he rushed out online, perhaps? Done a little side bet? I bet £1,000 that the election will be called on, 4th of July and signs in as the, Sissy Runak. Yeah? Wouldn't surprise me. They're corrupt, aren't they? They're all turds. And people ask me why I dislike political parties. This is why. Taking us all for a ride. Anyway, let me know what you think. Is Rishi involved? Is he covering up for other people? Should the investigation go all the way to the heart of number 10? I think so. What about you? Speak soon. Bye.